I believe in what I do. You know, the people that we work for, their homes are worth millions of dollars. It's very important that we provide a roof system that's beautiful, it's pristine, and it's of a higher quality than any of the other products on the market.
Hey guys, I'm Brandon with Rhino Roofers. I'm here with Hunter Parks. He's a trusted partner in our process into metal roofs. I want to deep dive into why metal roofs might be the right option for your home. So Hunter, why don't we talk about the materials?
One really important thing when we're selecting the material we use specifically for metal roofing is that it's manufactured here in the US. Oftentimes you get metal, you know, we've seen many roof installations where you'll find great variation in the color and the quality of metal. So for one, we want our metal to be manufactured here in the US. The metal that we use, the reason we choose it for one, is the warranty that it provides is the highest in the industry. You have everybody else trying to catch up and raise their warranties to the level of our manufacturer. You know, and the way that benefits the homeowner is that they get consistency. You know, when they have a metal roof that they just paid for, they want it to look beautiful all the way throughout the roof. They don't want to see one color here and a different shade there. They want to have a product that they know that the company is going to stand by at the end of the day. They want the warranty to actually cover it and the company to actually be there to back the warranty. So that's why it's so important that it's manufactured in the US.
Now that we've got the materials down, can we talk a little bit about the processes?
Yeah, absolutely. Metal roofing is a very detail-oriented, intricate roofing system. It requires great attention to detail. In order to pull that off, you got to invest heavily into your team, your equipment, the quality of materials, into your quality control division, everything that goes into it. We care just as much about the aesthetics of the roof as we do the functionality. So in order to pull that off, we need our whole staff needs to be trained in how to recognize things on the roof. There's things such as oil canning, the waviness in the roof. We have special tools that their sole purpose is just to eliminate the oil canning in the roof. There's adjustments we make. We need our project managers to recognize it, catch it early so that we can make the proper adjustments. We install special materials that go behind the roof panel in order to help elevate it so that when you screw it in, it's not pulling on the center of the panel and creating the waviness that you see.
So I'm glad that you actually hit on oil canning, because I know a lot of local companies actually discuss with their customers that this is part of the process, and having an ugly oil can roof is natural. Now, what steps do we take to mitigate a lot of the oil canning? I know you touched on putting stuff behind the panels to actually raise it up. Is there anything that we do with the panels?
Well, that's a great question. So it really comes down to having experienced installers that, for one, know how to do it. There's a lot of different things that we can do to help mitigate the oil canning. It has to do with how far apart you space your clips. Are you installing a clip into where the roof dips a little bit? You actually have to space it a little further apart so it doesn't pull the panel down into the dip in the deck. There's something called stress relievers or clip relief. That's a tooling that I adjust in my machine, and it has a slight 1/8 inch raise on each side of the seam. So what it does when you actually screw the screw into the clip, typically if you don't have that clip relief, then it's going to pull on the center of the panel. So when it puts that stress on the center of the panel, it creates the wave. So what we do is we put that little 1/8 inch raise, so when you screw it in, it absorbs the tension and it helps decrease the amount of oil canning you have in the middle. We also install something, it's called backer rod. It's just an additional measure that we go through to help mitigate it. So it's a little foam piece that we put behind the center of the panel, runs all the way up the roof, and what it does is it helps raise it a little bit so that it helps minimize the dip that you see with oil canning.
Nice. Yeah, so I did want to talk to you a little bit about our machines, because I believe that we're on the next level when it comes to machines, breaking the materials, our roll machines. Maybe you can elaborate on that a little bit.
Absolutely. The equipment is really one of the most important aspects of the metal roof if you want to get the high quality, pristine look at the end. most of our competitors, they're using manual brakes. They're breaking their trim in their garage. They're cutting it by hand and marking it by hand. So when they bend it, you're going to have a lot of variation in the trim when it matches up. You're going to see that. Some pieces are going to be bigger than the other ones and everything like that. Their roll formers are old, installed on the back of some old trailer. You know, if you've ever been to a metal roofing job site, you're going to see it. This stuff looks like it's 20, 30 years old. So what we do, you know, one of the greatest investments that we made is into our equipment and our facilities. So everything we have is brand new. Our shear, our brake, just what makes your trim is we invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into one set of equipment just to make your trim. It's all custom made, it's computerized. And if you're gonna install the roofing system and not see things wrong up on the roof, you need the trim to be perfect. So you need consistency. So whenever you have a computerized shear and brake, every time you cut it, every time you bend it, you're getting the exact same measurement. So you don't have to wonder if it's gonna come out right, or if your guy who's operating it cut it right or bent it right. You're gonna get the same quality every single time.
Okay, Hunter, so we've talked about the materials that we use. We've talked about our processes, breaking the metal, the installation process. How about we talk about the aesthetics and how the homeowners usually react to whenever we're finished with one of our amazing metal roofs?
Great question. I actually just had a roof that we did the other day and spoke with the homeowner, and they were telling me about how they had their entire neighborhood over, their friends and family. They threw a party. They went from a composition roof to a metal roof, and they got endless compliments. Everybody was going crazy about how beautiful the roof looked. You know, getting that response from them was really great. It gave me a great sense of pride because I believe in what I do, and whenever I'm hired to do a roof, a lot of times, you know, the people that we work for, their homes are worth millions of dollars. So it's very important that we provide a roof system that's beautiful, it's pristine, and it's of a higher quality than any of the other products on the market. You know, when their friends and their family come over and they look at the roof, I want them to see the craftsmanship, the detail, the time, the effort, the investment that we put into the roof.
All right, Hunter, well, thank you for letting us in. I know you're a busy man, you gotta get back to work. Thanks for showing us, you know, beautiful shop, giving a little bit of education out there to the homeowners. Thank you.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
All right, man, take it easy.
All right.